Hi, today I'm going to talk to you about how to write a summary of a scientific article from an outline. Our lesson goal is to learn how to use your outline to write a clear, original summary paragraph. So, first of all, why summarize? Summarizing is a really hard skill. You have to read a lot of complex information, find the most important ideas and put them in a logical order, and then choose how to write about it so your audience can understand it. At university, students are asked to do this because it's a great way for teachers to check whether students really understand, have good critical thinking skills, and also excellent communication and language skills. So, what does a summary include? First of all, it's got a topic sentence that gives us a general overview about what's coming up. It's got a bunch of supporting sentences that give all of the information that you need to convey. And then it's got a concluding sentence that finishes it. This is a paragraph style from any other paragraph that you're writing, but they have specific functions here in the summary of a scientific article. What should we put in our summary? Well, you should put main ideas, only important supporting details. That requires thinking carefully about what's important and what's not. This is a great thinking skill. Don't include any extra information, small details, or things that are not important. Don't include any opinions. This is not a place for you to write about your opinions. You can write about the author's opinions and conclusions, but this isn't a place for you to write your opinions. And only use your own language, so no copying from the text. If you've done a good job of annotating, note-taking, and outline, then this will be easy for you. So how do we move from an outline to a summary? Here are two documents that might help you. Here we've got some sentence starters in a bank for you to use to help get started on those difficult sentences in a summary. And here we've got some reporting verbs. These are verbs that are useful when you're talking about a scientific article, but because you're talking about what the author's intention is. You can go back and use these in your summaries. They will help you. First of all, let's start with the topic sentence. Here is the information from my article. That's just a screenshot of the top of the article. And I need to find some key information for my topic sentence. I need to find the year, the title, the authors, and the goal of the study. This is the source information. Year, title, and authors is pretty easy. I can just get that from here. The goal of the study is more difficult. You'll need to look at the introduction to find what the main goal of the study is. So I can make a sentence that looks something like this. In there, and then put the year, article, here, the title of the article. The authors, reporting verbs such as explore, describe, report, and then the goal of the study. So for this article, it could look like this. In their 2021 article, Analytical Data Reviewed to Determine the Factors Impacting Risk of Diabetes in North Al-Batna Region, Oman, Yusuf et al. Investigate key predictors of diabetes in North Al-Batna. Sounds complicated, but if you put them all together in that order, that will work well. Let's look at some other examples. Identify all the parts of these topic sentences. Here again to help you is this yellow is the year and the article, title in green, authors blue, reporting verb in pink, and goal of the study in orange. Take a look at this. Pause, identify the parts. Here's number 2. Pause, identify the parts. Number 3. Pause, identify the parts. And 4. Pause and identify the parts. If the article is missing any of these, then of course you can't put it in your topic sentence. For example, take a look at this first one. I don't see a year here because WHO articles generally don't provide years. Now let's look at some answers. Here's the first one, second, third, and fourth. You can see these are organized in a little bit different style, but each one includes all of the main information. You can use these as a template or a pattern for writing your topic sentences. Now let's look at the introduction. Over here, remember, this is my outline for the introduction. I'm going to use it to write in my own words. Here, I've got my introduction portion of my summary. I've put this in my own words. This in yellow is from the sentence starter bank. Now for methods, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to take this outline and summarize it here in my own words. I use only the important information, and that's what I've got. These yellow ones are from those sentence starter bank. And now results, here's the important stuff. Here's my results section. The yellow is from the sentence starter bank. And my discussion, I've summarized it, and here it is. The yellow ones are from the sentence starter bank. So now when I put those all together, I have a summary. Here's my summary. You can see it's 250 words. It's much, much shorter than the original, and it flows from the beginning until the end in a way that's connected. Let's see if we can identify all the parts. There's the topic sentence. There's the introduction. Here are the methods. Here are the results. And here is the discussion. It's all there. Everything is in order, and it's well organized and includes all the important main ideas. You can use the summary writing checklist to make sure that yours is good. I included the main idea of the article. I included the purpose of the research. I included 3 to 5 key findings or results. I left out minor details and examples. I used my own word to explain the ideas. I started with the topic sentence. My ideas are in a logical order. I used linking words. My summary is about 200 to 250 words. I used clear academic vocabulary. I checked for grammar and punctuation. I used the present simple or present perfect. And I avoided copying phrases directly from the article. If you can check all of those on your summary, you've probably got a pretty good summary. Now it's your turn. Good luck.